now. Take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Blue skies, feel the wind beneath you as you fly.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie Robinson. If you're not new, thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm here with Daisy May, my pupper, and she is super sleepy, aren't ya? She's just gonna take a little nap here. But I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about kind of what's going on in the world and world events and just kind of how I've been feeling, because it's been a little bit hard lately. If you are watching this not in real time, then right now is when the coronavirus outbreak is going on in the United States, and particularly in my area it's been really crazy. So COVID-19 has been kind of rampaging this area, and it's definitely a concern. I think we're at the point now where everyone's taking it really seriously. They're considering today giving a shelter-in-place order to our area. I'm sorry if you can hear the garbage trucks outside my window, but today is trash pickup day. They are currently not letting, most stores are closed, most restaurants are closed, but things are a little bit crazy for my family because my husband is in the military. So things have been really busy for us amidst all of this, when most people get to work from home and stay home. Hi. Yeah, like Daisy. Daisy gets to stay home. Yeah, things have been a little bit crazy for us. And we've been trying to take extra safe precautions because I am almost 35 weeks pregnant right now. So it's a little bit stressful for us, more so than most people with healthy immune systems. We are young. My husband's really healthy. I'm generally really healthy, but right now I am immunocompromised, and the stats on the way coronavirus affects babies and children is unclear at the moment. So anyways, I'm not going to make a whole coronavirus video. I already kind of did that. But our county has continued to rise. Our area has continued to rise. We're right outside of DC. And the numbers are crazy. Like, a lot of people are contracting this. It's being transferred to them. And it's a pretty serious issue. My hospital, pretty much every hospital in the area has issued kind of updates and regulations as far as seeing patients in labor and delivery. And I'm putting on a brave face for you guys right now, but honestly, it's been really upsetting. I'm really upset, and if I think too much about it, I start to cry, and it's really, really hard. This is our first baby. We're having a little boy, and more than anything, I just want our baby to be healthy and safe, and I feel very blessed that we've gotten this far with a healthy baby. So that's the overarching theme. The next overarching theme is I do have complete faith that God will take us through this time as a country and as a family. I know that He will shelter and protect us, and I know that He has taken us through things like this before. You know, we remember swine flu, we remember the bird flu, remember all these things, and just even trials in my own life that He has taken me through, and things, kind of little road bumps He's put in my path that maybe it wasn't quite as easy as I thought it was going to be according to my plan, but it caused me to rely on Him, have faith on Him, and I grew stronger as a result of it, and was able to remember that He is kind of always watching over us and the situations that we go through. So I don't want this video, being upset about this, to look as if I don't have faith that things will all work out. I do have that faith, but in the moment it's hard, and I think we should talk about it. And as a mental health advocate and care provider, I definitely think that being open and honest about our feelings is so important during this time. And for me, I am really bummed, and I'm really hoping that doesn't make me more bummed as I go through getting closer to the baby's birth and contribute to postpartum depression. Like I'm definitely not fixating on that and hoping that happens. I'm gonna try everything in my power to not make it happen, or do what I can to control it. But to tell you the truth, like I'm really, really sad because our hospital has issued an update that they are not allowing any visitors other than the spouse into the hospital, and they do vet IDs and check. So I was planning in my birth plan on having my mom and my sister kind of sporadically in the delivery room, mostly because I'm a professional photographer, if you guys don't know, and I really wanted them to capture birth photography and kind of video footage for me to edit later. This was really important to me because I used to work in labor and delivery, and I just think that babies being born is truly like the most miraculous and incredible thing. Like I think some people may look at it as gory and bloody, and I've really never seen as many fluids come out of a person at once as when you are an assist on a C-section. It's crazy. Baby, it is not pretty. It's not pretty down there. The baby doesn't come out looking pretty, but to me, like the rawness and realness of that moment and the, feelings wrapped up in that and the miracle of life being brought into this world is just incredible to me. And so I think I've seen so many other people's births that not being able to witness my own as an outsider was going to be really hard for me. So I wanted them to capture that. And I really just also wanted the emotional support of it. But as a photographer, I think the photographs and the video meant more to me than other people. And it's really going to be really hard. So not only are they not allowed to be there for the birth, and I'm not going to get any photo and video footage, but they're not allowed to go to mother baby later. They're not allowed to come into the hospital to see the baby. They can't bring my husband snacks or like anything from home. It's really hard. And my hospital actually has a rule that the dads aren't even allowed to go back to the car. Once they're in, and that's kind of how it stays. Like no takeout, nothing like that. So that had my husband really bummed out. He was really sad about the no takeout thing. But it is really hard. I'm wrapping my head around that. And it makes me really emotional. And in all honesty, like I know what to expect completely. I actually didn't take a childbirth class, but again, having worked for OBGYNs and on L&D floors, like I know totally what to expect out of the process. So in that regard, I'm not stressed about the process. I had a great birth plan, which now has to be totally changed because of Corona. But I do know what I want, and so I think knowing what to expect helps with the fear. But I've never had a baby before, this is my first, and I think I'm afraid of the pain and just afraid of making it through it. And I have had back labor, like back cramps so far, not back labor yet, but like back cramps. As I get further and further along, it's gotten worse and worse. And, I'm afraid of how painful it's going to be. And I'm afraid, that not having my people there will make it really hard for me. And I'm a relationship-driven people person. And so I think I never expected this to be the way my first child was brought into the world. But it is what it is, and I'm going to have to deal with it, and I can do it. And I have my husband, hopefully, like I'm praying every day that he can be there and is able to be part of that, because I honestly don't know what I would do. I know like NYU and New York health networks, hospitals have all banned spouses now from the units, and like I genuinely don't know what I would do if he can't be there. And it's not just emotionally that like I want him there to see it, like I need him there. And he has been so supportive and so encouraging during this process, and there have been a lot of parts of my pregnancy that have been like a lot more painful than I expected, and just stuff with breathing issues and back problems and cardiovascular stuff. And he is just so selfless and like my best friend, and I don't know how I could do that without him. So I am really hoping that that doesn't become an issue for us, and that we are able to have him there at least. And I did think, if you're a pregnant mom affected by corona, hopefully you're not in quite the midst of it as I am, because I am slightly dilated, and they think the baby might come a little early. So I'm really going to be having him like at the height of all of this in our area. I reached out to family and friends that I was going to have in the delivery room or come see the baby, and I asked them to make like little mini posters, like maybe this big, to put up, and they're going to mail them to my husband, and he's going to put them up in the delivery room. And just kind of, I am a words of affirmation person. That's my love language, and that's how I feel loved, is words from others and support in that regard. And I think being able to look up and see those in the moment will mean so much to me. And some women I know would be totally unfazed by that, and they'll just be, you know, dealing with the searing pain and could care less what's on their walls. But I'm someone that used to like fill my room with quotes and look at them and feel inspired and paste them on my phone and my computer and everything else in the world. So I think it really will be special to me, and I'm glad I thought of that. I've seen some home birth people do things like that before, and I thought, why not bring them to the hospital? If you can have your people there, you might as well have some encouragement. So I think I'm going to do that, and that is like a little bright spot and thing I'm excited about, and then it kind of will be a surprise in the moment, maybe what they say. So I am excited about that. And then other than that, like, I'm really worried post baby. Again, my husband's been working a ton, like more than not more than normal, about the same, well, more than most people's normal always. And because he is active duty military, they've actually been kind of working round the clock without any change to their normal schedule, because they are on a mission that does not stop even if there is like a world event or a crisis like this. And so he's been really, really busy, which has been hard, and it scares me because he's been being really exposed to a lot of things at work, and they're trying to be careful, and you know, the Army has precautions in place to protect people, but you know, in a situation where you're not supposed to go out because you're not supposed to expose yourself to any germs as a pregnant person, it really does concern me that he's coming home at night. And we do the best we can to like mitigate those risks, and he takes off his shoes outside and his clothes, and we kind of try to wash everything. We're big on hand washing and sanitize what we can, but it's just scary because it has a long incubation period and you don't know what could happen. So that's a concern. And then the other big concern is like post baby. I was planning on, like, our moms are so gracious and like just really want to help with everything, and it's something I need, and am, you know, in full-time grad school and working right when the baby comes. Like, it doesn't stop. So the work I don't have to go back to in person until August, which is a huge blessing and something I'm grateful for. But I was definitely planning on having like my mom and Michael's mom and my sister kind of rotate helping us out at home whenever possible, depending on what our need is, because my husband's work actually picks up a lot over the summer, and so he will and won't be around. And having a new baby, I wanted the help, and I'm now worried, like, even those post-baby plans are being totally switched up. And like, I told my mom that if she doesn't stay in, like, our OB is recommending that like moms wear face masks while breastfeeding if they've been outside, because if you're going out to stores, you don't know if you contracted it, and we don't know how it's affecting infants. They know right now that it's not transferred through breast milk, but they found out that it's transferred through fecal matter. And so they're finding out so much more day by day about this virus and its kind of process in your body and in different systems that nothing is for sure. So a lot of moms are wearing masks while breastfeeding, but our OB has recommended that people that have been, shopping or out in areas that are really kind of high risk areas, higher threat level areas, not interact with newborns and not come and help, and elderly family members not come and help out at home. And that was like a huge blow to me emotionally, again, because I've made all these plans and have all these expectations, and I'm really approaching like kind of a cliff of the unknown. And now our moms can't help, or if I told my mom like the only way she can come and help is if she stays in like for 14 days before that baby is here. So I don't know how that's all going to go down. I guess you guys are going to experience it with me when it happens, but it's just a crazy world, and things are very unexpected and constantly changing right now, and we're just trying to adjust. And it is really affecting my pregnancy and the end of it, and this is not the way I thought things would go down. And my poor sister she's a senior this year, and she's had her whole college has canceled everything, and her graduation's postponed, and just everything has been upended in the world. And so I just pray for healing for people that are sick and affected, and protection for all of you and my family and loved ones during this. And I just pray for people to be smart, and I think that's what is most important. Like, it's not about you or your family necessarily, it's about everyone. And sometimes being, it comes back to the idea, honestly, of like survival of the fittest. And fittest is not like fitness from that standpoint doesn't mean you're stronger or you have a better immune system or you're younger, so it doesn't affect you. It also involves, your strength and immunity, but your brain and your intelligence and your ability to interpret things that are being told to you and making wise choices. And so I think all of these things combine. Like, do I have complete faith in God during this time? Yes. Do I also know that God made masks and hand sanitizer and science and doctors and everything else in the world? Yes. And so I think those things go hand in hand and strengthen one another. And so I'm trying to be wise about this. I hope you guys can be wise about this too. If you're pregnant and coronavirus is like totally changing up your plans and you're having a hard time with it, let me know in the comments below, because I'm really struggling with it and having a hard time. And I just hope that my husband can be there, and that everything gets figured out before you guys deliver if you're pregnant. And yeah, just need some love on my social media. And I hope that you guys can find joy in your everyday right now, and just be grateful that you have homes and internet to watch YouTube and phones and everything else in the world, because there's a lot of people that are going through this with a lot less. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Remember to find joy, spread love, and seek adventure, even if it's in your own backyard right now. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Blue